Hey, what's up? This is Antonio Thompson from AntonioRThompson.com. Today I want to share with you, what to do after coming out of a live training event. As you may know, I just got back from Austin, Texas. What was at Live the Dream 7 in Austin, Texas for MLM System Pro. And if you are attending live events, whether it be for your company, a conference, there are certain things that you should certainly do when you get back home from that event, right? Live the Dream 7 was an incredible, amazing, and just downright just fun event. Got to network with and connect with tons of leaders and rock stars. Additionally, definitely got recognized and on stage. I'll share with you my hardware. Got this nice little plaque from MLSP for reaching a leadership level, and the recognition, the awards are great, right? But this excitement, this energy that you get from events, it can be quite awesome and mind-blowing, right? But what do you do when you get back home, right? When you get back home and you're coming off this high, you're coming off this energy atmosphere of just like so much information, so much knowledge, so many relationships that you've built. What do you do when you get home, when you're back at your office, when you're back at work, when you're back in the daily grind of things? How do you keep that momentum and that energy going, right? You probably took a huge amount of notes in your notepad from the speakers' conversations, their presentations. You have tons of ideas that you got from the event. But what do you do when you get back home? How do you actually get back to work? How do you actually maintain that energy, that excitement, and maintain that push to get things done? And so I think what's very important coming out of events is that you really write down specifically what it is you're going to do, right? Think about where you are now in your business, right? From that event, right? You went to this event and you are at a certain level, you are at a certain income level, leadership level, you have certain skill sets, and you want to get better, right? So write down where you were or where you are at the present moment, and think about 12 months from now, where do you want to be, right? Let's say, for instance, you're at leadership level, I'm gonna make things up, leadership level 2, right? And the next event you see yourself at leadership level 4 or 5, right? What will it take for you to get from 2 to 5? And really quantify it, right? Because if we don't write down the math on how much it will take us, or how much effort it will take for us to get from 2 to 5, we're kind of just wandering aimlessly, right? So think about, okay, if level 2 takes five people or 5 whatever, and level 5 takes 25, 35, 40, 50, whatever it is, work backwards and figure out what do you need to do on a monthly basis between now and the next event to get to 35 or 50, right? So you gotta look at your goal, whatever that is, for next year, and work backwards to make sure that every month, each week, each day, you're doing activities that's going to get you to that next level, right? And so, for instance, in MLM System Pro, where I'm an affiliate, as to become let's say a L4, which is a leadership level, requires a certain number of points, right? And based on that point system, if I want to go from, let's say, L0, where I have no points, to an L5, I need to figure out, okay, how many people do I need to help? How many people do I need to talk to over the course of the next 52 weeks, the next 12 months, to get to that leadership level L4? If it's 100 points, take 100 points, divide that by 12, right? So that would mean you need 8 points, at least 9 points a month to get to that leadership level, right? So what does that mean in terms of people, right? How many people do you need to talk to each month to get to, that 100 points? How many people do you need to talk to each week to get to that point, right? You need to break down your goals into small bite-sized chunks so you can actually work on them, be very meticulous, and look at where you need to go in order to get there, right? So the first thing is, when you get back from this event, when you've gotten back from an event, is to map out where you're trying to go and what specific targets do you need to meet on a weekly basis to get to that goal, right? The second thing I want to share is that at this event, you probably, took tons of notes, right? I have, I wrote on my iPad in terms of my notes. There are, pages of notes in my iPad that, I got from tons of leaders. So from the, Todd Falcone speech, from the Ray Higdon presentation, to the April Marie Tucker presentation, I got tons of notes, right? And what most people do is they take these notes and they get home, they may look at them, maybe. They get these notes, they look at these notes, and they put them on the shelf. They never look at them again, they never come back to them, right? And so if you want to maintain that momentum, if you want to maintain the push towards your goals coming out of an event, take your notes, review your notes, and make a list of the 4 or 5 things that you're actually going to implement in your business, right? It may be that you're working on using Facebook to grow your business. Maybe there's some tips that you learned at this event that you can put into your business right now and take action on, right? So look back at your notes, find 5 things that you learned that you're going to actually take and implement and take action on in your business. It could be reaching out to prospects through friend requests. It could be running a Facebook paid advertisement. It could be downloading this new application that works well with Instagram to help you post on a scheduled basis, right? There's things that you've learned that if you would apply in your business could really have significant and transformational impact in your business, right? So find 5 things that you learned this weekend or at any event that you came from, 5 things you learned, and write those down and take action on them. Everything else that you learned, everything else that you may have learned from leaders or from presentations, turn that into content, right? You can't do everything that you learned. That's just point blank. You won't be able to implement every single thing that you've learned from this event. And so find 5 things that you learned that you're going to actually take action on. Everything else, create content around it, right? Create a video, shoot a Facebook Live, write a blog post, right? Create content around the things that you learn. That's going to actually, what that does is, one, it positions you as a leader and the authority and an authority in your niche, but it also allows you to get people to reach out to you and say, hey, I want to learn more. If you include a strong call to action in that content that you create, people will reach out to you and connect with you. And so look at your notes, identify the 5 things that you're going to actually take action on, right? Everything else, create some content, create a blog post, do a Facebook Live video, do a webinar. Here's what I'm doing in my business, right? So I have a goal between now and the next live event that I'm going to be attending, Live the Dream 8. My goal is to reach L6, right? I'm L3 now. Goal is to reach L6. My plan is to actually take action on several things that I've learned at this event, but I'm going to turn a lot of the content that I've learned into webinars. And so that's something you can do if you want to, get an audience on some sort of live webinar and share with them some content and have a call to action at the end to purchase a product or sell something. That's a great way to get, to reach a leadership level very fast. So find content that you've learned at this event. Turn that into some valuable content for your audience. Add a strong call to action. Get people to reach out to you through that call to action and connect with them. That's how you're going to keep that energy and going, right? Getting back home, getting back into your old routine, your daily routine of what you were doing before you went to the event is not going to move you forward, right? In order to keep that energy going, you gotta be diligent, gotta be disciplined, gotta find the things that you are going to take action on from the event and actually do it. You know, gotta have that long-term vision. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to be at the next event, right? Do you want to show up at the same leadership rank? I would think not, right? So find what that goal is, work backwards, and what will it take for you to get to that point next year on a daily action sort of steps, right? What will it take to get to that leadership level for the next event? Take those action steps during the course of the week, the month, and it's certainly guaranteed if you do that, you will, you know, reach your goals, right? It's all about planning, right? How many people do you need to talk to today or per week? How many people do you need to recruit in your business per week in order to reach your income goal? You need to be very meticulous and very methodical about where you want to go and what will it take to get you there, right? So 2 tips, very quick and easy tips today. Find where you want to go, work backwards, find that number, what it is you need to do daily. Second tip, you know, use your notes. Find 5 things that you're going to take action on, only 5 things that you're going to take action on and implement in your business. Everything else that you've learned at this event, use it as content, right? I've got content for several months from this event. So use that. Use the information that you gained and gathered to create content for your audience, and that's going to help you, you know, obviously build your brand and authority, but also attract people to you and get more leads for your business, very simply put. So that's what I want to share with you this morning. You know, what to do after, you know, attending live events. Translate your notes into content. Figure out, you know, your daily method of operation in terms of how many people you need to talk to get to your results for the next event. And thanks for the thumbs up. And, you know, simply taking action on a few things. You don't have to do everything that you learned, on a few things, and I guarantee you'll start to see significant results and transformations in your business. Hope you got value out of this video. If you did, please like it, share it, and comment. And definitely go to my website at antoniorthompson.com and grab my free 5-day bootcamp. I'm gonna share with you exactly how I get lead sales and signups using Facebook. Click the link at the end of this video, maybe in the description box below or on the screen. Check out that free giveaway, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.